If you're over 40, you probably remember this sound. It sounds like a robot dying. Getting online, though, used to mean configuring dial-up, praying your connection held, and maybe yelling, "Get off the phone! I'm trying to get on the internet!" Back then, the internet felt like a bonus, but today, it's oxygen. We have to have it everywhere. AI, it's that same moment all over again, except this time, there's no grace period. I had planned to follow up on the last video on learning anything with AI with a new video explaining tokens or maybe just doing a demo of different tools. But I was recently talking to some people that are outside of my usual circle of AI nerd friends, and I realized there's a huge gap where people, they don't have AI apps on their phone, or maybe they haven't even tried ChatGPT. And I'm really afraid that people are going to get blindsided by what's coming, because there's a huge shift that's coming. Huge. And it's going to come quick. And even though we don't know the outcome, I feel like we could better be prepared. So I decided to make this video. So here we go. When the internet came along, you had time, right? Fax machines didn't just vanish overnight. And websites took years to become normal. Putting your credit card information online was unheard of for a long time. But AI, it's replacing tasks across industries at lightning speed, and it's not doing it with fanfare. It's doing it quietly, efficiently, relentlessly. Copywriting, legal research, project management, strategy decks, all these things are being automated in weeks, not years. Even Anthropic's CEO, the makers of Claude AI, now he's one of the folks that's actually building this stuff. And he recently said that AI could wipe out over half of all entry-level white-collar jobs. That's worrisome. And sure, this could be a little bit of marketing fluff, but that doesn't seem so much like a headline grab. It seems like a warning. And while a lot of 40-somethings are still asking, is ChatGPT even good enough yet? Or is this just a trend? Younger workers are using it like an operating system.
Older people use ChatGPT as a Google replacement. Maybe people in their 20s and 30s use it as like a life advisor something. And then like people in college use it as an operating system.
Now, they're not just getting answers, they're planning projects, building workflows, managing entire jobs through AI. Meanwhile, most people over 40 are using it like a glorified Google upgrade. Now, that's not an insult, that's a call to reframe your thinking, because here's the kicker, right? Companies are already hiring based on your AI ability and your ability to use AI tools well. Now, this isn't just tech jobs. This is marketing, operations, HR, admin, finance. And if you can't show AI fluency, you may not even get the interview. And this doesn't just go for new jobs or new applications. This goes for promotions just the same. This is no longer the beginning. This is already mid-game. So who loses? The people that think this is a fad. People who try ChatGPT once, get a terrible answer, and give up. People who are waiting for someone else, whether it's their boss, their IT department, HR, to tell them what to do. If that's your plan, here's the truth. You're not competing against AI. You're competing against people who are really good with AI. So if you're still saying, I'm just not a tech person, then you're volunteering to be left behind. All right, now who wins, right? Here's the flip side. You don't need to be a programmer. You don't need to build apps. You just need to vibe with the tools. You may have heard vibe coding, right? It's the big trend of like coding a little bit, talking to the AI a little bit, coming back with new code provided by the AI, going back. You can vibe even if you're not coding, okay? That's just going back and forth with the AI like it's your creative partner, where you say, make this clearer, add a joke here, turn this into a checklist. Now rewrite this in my voice. That's how I build everything. I don't go to AI and use everything it sends back. I go back and forth. We do it one step at a time, talking it out, debugging in plain English. Now, for instance, here's a workflow from using N8N. This thing, it can read emails, filter out the junk, and draft replies that sound like they're coming from me. Okay? This took less than a day to build. These are the kind of things that are live now. Much more complex things are live now, but these are the kind of things that can be done in a day. Okay, here's another that's a voice agent. You call a phone number and you're talking with someone that sounds like a person, but it's actually just ChatGPT. You can program it to be any kind of persona you want. And look, I didn't code any of this. I just learned how to talk to the tools. The people who win are not going to be the smartest. It's going to be the ones who are curious enough to continue to try, continue to discover new things. Now, do you still feel behind? Well, there's good news. You don't need to climb Everest today. Here's what you need to do. Pick one thing you do every week, like writing a specific email or reading a report, and let ChatGPT help you with it. Paste in a long article and ask, explain this like I'm 12. Still too complicated? Say, explain this like I'm 5. You probably will get some pretty good answers. Spend just 15 minutes a day playing. That's it. The internet, when it first came, it was kind of a novelty. So pretend that this is a novelty too. Get in the sandbox. But remember, small steps stack. Momentum compounds. That's how you catch up, and that's how you stay relevant. Now, what happens next? Maybe AI creates so much surplus that we all get universal income. Maybe skilled trades like plumbing skyrocket in value. However, if there's no jobs, I don't know how people's going to pay the plumbers. So anything can happen. Maybe your job morphs into something you never imagined. We don't know. But here's what we do know. Staying still is the only sure way to fall behind. You don't need all the answers. You just need motion. You need direction, and you need curiosity. Now, if you're over 40 like me, this is your second internet moment. Now, don't sit it out. You've already learned email. You figured out smartphones. You probably know what most emojis mean. You adapted. So you can do this too. Now, subscribe if you want some real tools and tactics without any hype. Drop a comment with one task you want to automate, and I'll send you back a prompt or a tool suggestion. I'd love to talk to you. And try one thing today, but just please, don't let this pass you by. This is Plain Speak AI.